recorded. And I need to do that. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Can you join me? Do you feel like joining me? Because I'm bringing you along. So let's go through here. Through here we go. I'm home alone at the minute. Probably shouldn't be saying that, but hey ho, here I am. Yeah, I need to grab the food for the guinea pigs. They eat a bunch of, I'm just going down to the fridge. They eat a bunch of vegetables. These ones, to be exact. So, off we go. Giving them to the guinea pigs. I'm going to face you this way. So you can, well, hypothetically see me. Right, give me a sec, sorry. It's going to be very wiggly for a sec. Until it's not. Oh, I've covered you up. I'm ever so sorry. There we go. Okay. Hello. Hello, guys. Do you want food? You want food? I can't put it on top of you. I've been told off for doing that. Oh, no, you don't get that. Enjoy. I'll be back with you guys in a sec. Okay, here we go. I'm back. They're eating. I'm gonna tell you about the week. So, my week has been really quite something. It's been good. It's been really quite something. It starts with Friday. I mean, maybe the Thursday, but I didn't really do much on the Thursday. Other than... Did I? No, because I included that in... I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure I included Thursday in last week's video, so we're on Friday. Anyway, on Friday, we went off, me, my dad, and my dad's mum and her husband, who are my grandparents. Hi, Edit and Jorja cutting in. Like, most of this isn't going to make any sense, and I know I usually don't make much sense, but I was so sick. Like, I haven't got a clue what I was saying. So, enjoy! Because I've only ever known that. But, you know, all went to some pretty Scottish villages or towns. I rarely know the difference. It was very pretty. I was actually wearing this cloak. And it was great fun. I had a wonderful time. Yeah, it was good. And then for lunch we went to this like really nice like little cafe, you know those cafes that have like those eclectic things, but also it's like really stereotypically such because there was so many world maps, and like that's like a thing that I've seen every place like that do. So I don't know how I feel about it, but it was cute and I enjoyed the food because we had pancakes. I had pancakes. We also got given free cake, which was great. I didn't have it, but it was nice to get free cake, so you know. Then we had to rush home because that night I had training for work. By training for work, I mean literally 3 hours non-stop of training. I'm fine. I'm so fine about it. Can you tell? Can you tell? Because I'm not fine about it. I'm actually incredibly stressed about it. But hey ho, it's over and done with. I did that. I'm done. I went to bed after that pretty much like immediately because that was too much. And then I had work the next day. And I was ever so tired, and I've actually been sick this past week. And I was ever so sick, and so I did not actually take the bus. My mum dropped me off. And then it was fine. It was a lot. It was fine. That's literally all I can tell you guys. I'm so sorry. And then my grandparents picked me up and took me home, and then they went off back to their house because the next day was Sunday. They had church, so and back. Yeah, I don't fully remember what we did Saturday night. I think it was watching Star Trek. That's been a thing we've been doing a lot this week because my sister's not home. My dad watches it with me and won't watch it with my sister. Like, she's great. I love her. If you're watching, I love you. But no. Anyway, then Sunday was wonderful. Other than the fact that I realised I was going on a retreat, a church retreat, and hadn't packed. I also actually didn't know what was gonna happen. So that went wonderfully. I packed pretty much everything that I needed. Went to church, that was great. Got told when to be at the retreat. We had Burger King, me and my mum, for lunch. Very nice, let me tell you, very nice. And then I went there. So we were staying in this like house, like a really fancy house. And oh, it was so pretty, and like the places were beautiful. And on that first night we had a devotional. We had actually, first of all, we had baked potatoes, which are not my favourite thing in the world, like by any means, but I ate them and I did it. And then we did a Devo, which was great. I love singing those kind of songs that are more upbeat, kind of, honestly, they're not very like in church kind of worship songs. They're much more camp kind of worship songs. I love them, but they're like upbeat and yeah, they're not in the Blue Book. So we sang those. They were great. The devotional was really interesting. And then we played charades, which was fine. I mean, I didn't do the best, but that's mainly because of like I was given terrible things. Like, it wasn't like you get to pick what you do charades. We were given things out, which is not my favourite type of charades. Like, it honestly just makes people feel embarrassed, but hey ho, each their own. We did have fun, and then I went to bed at the most reasonable time I went to bed at this whole retreat, which was 10 p.m. So yay. I went to bed. I had a little hot chocolate because there was milk at church that hadn't been used and was going out, so we brought it with us. I had hot chocolate with marshmallows. It was delicious. Went to bed. When I went to bed, I finished listening to a podcast that I've been listening to, and is like finished its first season now. It's called The Bardic Hearth, and I love it. I love it so much, and it's done until March, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, that's that. And then in the morning, I woke up at my 5 a.m, which is when I usually wake up, but when I'm in a place that I don't know, I wake up slightly earlier, so I did wake up slightly earlier than 5 a.m, yeah. But it's fine, it's fine. And I watched Playground, episode 3 on 2x speed, because, number one, it wouldn't let, like, I didn't have the app or something, and it wouldn't let me do 4x speed, which is what I typically do when I'm trying to get through something easy, or 3x speed, if I would understand it too. So that's why it was 2x speed and not any higher. And then also, I only had 3 hours till breakfast, and the episode's 3 hours long. I also had to get changed and dressed and ready for breakfast. I couldn't just watch the episode. It wasn't going to happen. I'm so sorry. It just wasn't. So anyway, that was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But I had to be so quiet. I kept being like, and then hearing myself and be like, because people were asleep and I couldn't wake them up. Anyway, breakfast was good. It was enjoyable. I had a great time. We did a lot of sessions. I think in total we did like 10 sessions of like lesson-like things, focused on different parts of the Bible. It was fun. I'm probably gonna sneeze. Okay, done. Thank you. Yeah. I'm still not feeling well. Where am I? I don't know where I am, brain. What's going on? Okay, yes. And then I think it was after lunch we went down to see the Helen Coos. You can see, look how cute, they're so cute. And then we also went to see, like, and this is the part that my best friend in the whole world, well, one of my best friends, but my best friend in the whole world told me to vlog, and it looks horrible. I've already seen it, but here you go. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And we saw like this like beautiful waterfall, which had a much easier way to get to than we went. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that just fabulous? Isn't that just fabulous? Yeah. People upside down. It's fine. I'm fine. Sorry, we've got automatic lights. Those must have dimmed. And then I moved and it saw me. Anywho, what was I on? Yeah, we saw that. And then that night we did Devo. We played Cards Christians Like, which is a great game. I really enjoy it. It's basically like Cards Against Humanity, but Christian things. My main problem was the amount of politics that is in that game. I tried to remove it all. Turns out I hadn't. That was great. That was great. I am very British in my belief that your political beliefs are not something I want to know. That's yours. I've got mine. I don't need to tell you. That's not how it works. Americans are very different. And Americans were the ones running the retreat. So that was great. I had a great time doing that. The actual game was great. And then we stayed up. So I bought s'mores because I got s'mores for my birthday. I thought there was 4 of them. Turns out there was 2. But I bought s'mores. So me and 3 others went up. Well, actually, it was 2 others originally. Me and one of them had s'mores, and then the other one had some of the cake that was left over that brought along. And then another one came up and had the left of the chocolate buttons that I didn't put on the s'mores. And we chatted until 11. I know that pretty bad for me, but not the worst timing. That's when I said, okay, I'm going to bed. So I went off to bed. Then I go to sleep. And then suddenly at 1 a.m. I am woken up by a racket of these 2 coming into the room. Sorry, I was sharing a room with 2 other girls, my best friends. But they came into the room and they were chatting. They were chit-chatting and woke me up. And they told me the next morning, they were like, you should have told us to shut up. I'm like, I was too tired to do that. I did not have the energy to open my mouth and speak words. So I just let it be. So that was great. That was a great time. And I still woke up at 5. So I was dying on that Tuesday. But anyway, the sessions from that were great. I think I started writing my... No, I don't think I did. I was gonna say, I think I came up with the idea of writing my poem at that point. I wrote a poem, by the way. I haven't told you about that yet, but anyway. Yeah, I did that. That day was pretty much the same, other than the fact that at the end we sang for like hours. It was wonderful. And then, just as we were about to sing Sea of Galilee, which is an amazing song, not enough people just sing action songs when there's not kids around, and I love action songs. Then one of them has to leave. One of the people there has to leave, and I'm like, I totally understand. We don't want to. I've wanted her to just like go. Like I want to say goodbye. I want everyone to have the chance to say goodbye. But also I wanted to sing Sea of Galilee, and we didn't get to sing Sea of Galilee. I'm fine. I'm totally fine about this. I'm so fine about this. Anywho, then I actually went to bed pretty early at that point as well. I think it was about 10:30 when I eventually got to bed, and no one woke me up that time because I told them off. And then that next morning, I started writing. Let me tell you, I was writing and writing and writing because I had things to do. I had things to do. Poems are like a huge thing for me, and I have not had the inspiration for a poem in like so long. And well, other than that rose that I told, did I tell you about it last week? I think I told you about the rose I got for my birthday last week. I'm actually currently filming this before I've edited last week's video, and it's the Friday. Yeah, I've got a problem. I'm sick. Like, it's a problem. Yeah, so I packed up, started writing, we did our final session, I said goodbye to everyone, I got dropped off back home, I hung out with my mum, and then me and my dad were watching Star Trek. What a surprise. Strange New Worlds, specifically, like the new one. We're on episode 8, but at this point we watched episode 6, and, or was it 7 and 6? 7 and started 8. One of the two. But as soon as we started one of them, I was like, I'm not feeling well, give me a minute. It took longer than a minute. We did not finish that episode that day. So that was fun. That was great. I was so happy about that. And then yesterday, according to my current state of being, but a Thursday, I woke up dying in bed, as I said. I was so sick. I was unbelievably sick. I couldn't move. I had to call my mum into the room in order to get her to bring me a Lemsip. It was not good. It was not good. I was able to move in the latter half of the day when my mum left me to go do things. I'm fuming. But yeah, no, I wasn't doing well. I was able to make it downstairs and finish that episode of Star Trek with my dad in the evening, but not doing well. I think that's the best way I can describe it, is how I'm doing. Not well. Anyway, I think that's about it. Do you like the location I'm in? And the fact I'm in my PJs? That's how sick I am. I'm in my PJs still. But I had a shower. Look at how pretty my hair is. I think it's really pretty. Oh. Yeah. I don't think you can see anything in this location other than my beautiful staircase. Look at that. Look at the carpet. I think it's great. There isn't a carpet in my room, so. And also, like, this chair has, like, good back support, and I need that when I'm sick. Anyway, I said goodbye already. Let me just, bye, love you.